guard cells. It regulates the opening and closing of stomata. Set to adaptations of red blood cells to their function. They are small in size, they lack nucleus, and they are disc in shape. Define the terms. Antigen. It's a substance that is foreign to the body and provokes an immune response when it enters into the body, and therefore the body produces antibodies. What are antibodies or an antibody? They are proteins that are produced by lymphocytes in response to antigens. Pathogens, they are normally the disease-causing microorganism. Active acquired immunity, it's a form of immunity that the body produces on its own. It produces its own antibodies, while passive acquired immunity is a form of immunity in which an individual is protected against an infection by receiving antibodies which are already made from outside the body. Explain the factors affecting the rate of transpiration. Light intensity, of course, the rate of transpiration increases with increase in light intensity. Stomata, when there are many on the upper surface, the rate of transpiration increases. The leaf size and shape, the size of the leaf, of course, it will affect the rate of transpiration. The bigger the size, and if it's broad, then the rate of transpiration will be high. Availability of water, the more water that's available, then the more water the plant will lose. Temperature, the higher the temperature, the higher the rate of transpiration. And humidity, if the humidity is low, that means the air has a lot of water or a lot of moisture, then the rate of transpiration is low. Explain the process of absorption of water and mineral salts and its movement up the stem. So this is how you explain in short. The soil has high water potential compared to the root hair cell. So water moves from the soil into the root hair cell by osmosis. The pressure in the adjacent cell, the osmosis, then the adjacent cell becomes a region of high water potential. Then water will move from one cell to the next by osmosis until it reaches the xylem vessels. The pressure at the top of xylem vessel is reduced, while the pressure at the bottom of xylem vessels is high. Therefore, water is forced up the stem through maybe the pressure, and then there is cohesion, which is attraction of water molecules to one another, and adhesion, attraction of water molecules to the walls of the xylem vessels. Therefore, water flows up in a continuous stream. Then you have differentiate between open circulatory system and closed circulatory system. For open circulatory system, blood is pumped in an open cavity, while in closed circulatory system, blood is pumped in closed vessels. For open circulatory system, the fluid is hemocele, which is in direct contact with the tissue, while in closed circulatory system, there is no contact between the blood and tissues. In open circulatory system, there is no active, it's not active, the animal is not active, while in closed, the animal remains highly active. Match each of the cells with its correct function. Of course, red blood cell is for transport of oxygen. Lymphocytes, they are for production of antibodies. Phagocytes, they are for engulfing and invading disease-causing microorganism, not microscope, but microorganism. Platelets, they are for clotting of blood. Name two diseases of the circulatory system. There is arteriosclerosis, there is varicose vein. People die when they inhale gases from burning charcoal in poorly ventilated room. Explain. Because of carbon dioxide, which combines with hemoglobin, forming carboxyhemoglobin, which doesn't dissociate. This prevents the transportation of oxygen by hemoglobin, and therefore the red blood cells lacks oxygen.